Char griller 9 years later. William Hovey Smith, 2024. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. 9 years ago, I did a video which some 47,000 of you have watched, assembling this particular grill. Well, every grilling show you see has a guy using equipment that looks almost new, if not brand spanking new. Well, we don't do it that way. Here's what the grill looks like 9 years later. And we're going to cook a smallish ham on it. And we're going to cook it with pecan wood. Now, the pecan wood is stored below here. And I don't grill often anymore. And the grill spent most of its life out on my carport. So it's been exposed to some weather, as many people have, quite frankly. And it shows some wear, which you will see. Now, also today, I'm going to be servicing two of my mechanical creatures. One, the chainsaw, and also cut more pecan wood to replace this, which has been stored for some of it several years now. It's time to just replace it with some new. And my lawnmower's battery is gone as of yesterday. It's July the 4th. Most stores are closed. How do you start your lawnmower when your battery is dead? Well, we're going to show you how to do that one too. In the meantime, let's show you some details on how this grill has really fared over the past 9 years. The grates on this grill are cast iron. And when you put meat on it and when you put salt or seasoning on it, that actively promotes rust, as just does it being exposed to fire and the combustion products. So, that scale you see coming off of it, and it literally comes off in sheets. Now, some of these spines are getting pretty thin. But they're certainly strong enough to support the meat. So what do? Just scrape it off. And use it. Well, we're going to try to light here. And what we've got, what it's starting on, is some just advertising paper that I got in the mail yesterday, envelopes and stuff, and small bits of pine straw in there. Is it going to make it for a one-match start? Well, not looking good right now. Maybe there's a glimmer of hope in there somewhere. Let's see. Come on. Come on, guy. Woof, 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 woof. Yeah. Okay. Cold piece of pine straw, too. Uh-huh. Come on. Come on. Come on. There's a few small pieces of pine in there, too, just to help things along. You don't want to grill on pine, but yeah, I figure it's okay to use a few small hunks in there just to start it. And yeah, things are starting to happen there. All right. All right. Yeah. We got it. And what I really want to hear is the crackling of wood. Yeah. We sort of definitely got a start there. But still a bit in doubt. Come on now. We need some bigger pieces than that. I think we got them now. Yeah, you see a few of the larger sticks, about 1/4 inch in diameter, are starting to catch now and starting to burn. And that's getting the bigger pieces, the 3/8 inch started. And then we'll progress on up until we get those 2-inch pieces going. But yeah, good start. Okay. I actually see some small pieces of wood burning. So the fire is officially caught. Support this channel by buying my outdoor books, business books, novels, and recommending them to your local libraries. Now here are some of my books. Now I also do screenplays and have produced some 8 thus far, and some of which have received some notoriety. My screenplay in progress at the moment is one titled The Buzzard Squadron, and features, interestingly, the B-36 bomber, as well as 2 B-52s, which go on a last desperate mission. Look for this as screenplay, and perhaps later a novel. The smaller sticks and limbs have well caught, so we can put on some bigger pieces. Now those can burn down and actually will leave some coals. Our meat here is a small wild hog ham, and I have a dry rub on it. And what's in the rub is crushed peppers, a few garlic cloves, salt, pepper, and chili powder. So that's what we're getting started with. This rub has sat on the ham overnight, and what I'm doing here with the grill is just putting a char on it. And so I grilled it for 15 or 20 minutes per side, and then we took it inside and we finished it off with water in the oven. We are just out of the oven now, and the knife penetrates the flesh easily, which is an indication that it's done. And cooking it with water and just a little salt is what we've done here. Now everything, including the juice, is cooked in, is to be saved. So now we're going to let it cool and tear it apart, and we'll have a picked barbecue. On this small ham, the meat is completely cooked all the way down to the bone, as it should be. You should see no blood or nothing red here. And Hound Doggy and I have probably consumed about half of what I've cut. So we are proceeding to dismember it. And the bone and the remains of the liquid will go in the soup pot. While soup was cooking and doggies were enjoying their bones, I went ahead and took another chainsaw and whacked up these two pecan limbs that had fallen. One obviously had fallen several days ago with the brown leaves, and the other one with the green leaves more recently. I've cut the straighter sections up in lengths so I can replace the wood I burned with fresh wood. While I'd like to show you a nice bonfire on the 4th of July, I cannot do that today. Under other conditions, I would go ahead and take this dry pecan and put that on the existing pile and start that burning and then add the greener material on top. But it's just too dry to do that today. The final result. We have our barbecued wild hog. We have jalapeno cornbread. We have a jalapeno biscuit, as well as a soup derived from the bones and the sauce given off by the barbecue. Hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Goodbye and God bless.